Brisbane is the capital of Queensland, otherwise known as the Sunshine State of Australia, and that sums up the mood here as well as the weather. Brisbane is the hub of a warm region that stretches from the Gold Coast in the south, past the Great Barrier Reef to the Cape in the north. Experiencing Brisbane means spending most of your time outdoors, under the sky in the markets, outside in the cafes and restaurants. But the heart of this city is its waterway. The Brisbane River winds alongside the old timber homes of the past to the towering skyscrapers of a young downtown, where most of the buildings are less than 20 years old. Cruise back through time on a paddle steamer or hit the water in one of these. This is a city cat, part of a river transport network commissioned by Brisbane's Lord Mayor, who proudly showed me one of the best views of the city.
These cats were designed in Brisbane, built in Brisbane for the Brisbane City Council, $1.2 million each. There's 6 of them on the river, and we'll probably put a couple more on soon.
They're so popular that the city has had to limit the amount of time you can stay on board. No mere commuters here, these passengers were on for the fun.
No jam, no traffic jam.
No prizes for guessing she's from Bangkok. Older travellers can once again enjoy their river. Now, this is one of my favourite journeys. We've been travelling along for about half an hour. We're about to cruise round a bend up ahead that will take us past some of the city's stately old homes. Brisbane truly is a river city. Its history is mapped all along these shores. It's the waterway and the tourism trail that I've chosen to follow. You know, not so many years ago, everyone used to build their buildings facing away from the river. But these days, everything's been turned around. And why wouldn't it be with a view like this? As a result, scores of restaurants have popped up along these shorelines. Brisbane has truly become the cafe society. Wander into the heart of the downtown area and you'll see what I mean. The City Mall is a mecca for coffee addicts, not to mention shopaholics like me. I discovered the state's largest shopping arcade, the Myer Centre, a vast atrium topped off with an amusement park. I was in the mood to take a gamble, but where in Brisbane do you find a casino? In the government treasury, of course. Actually, this is the old Treasury building, beautifully refurbished with all the best that only money can buy. High rollers can stay here, or you can just play for the day. I wandered through the Conrad International Hotel, also part of a turn-of-the-century complex that's been restored to mint condition.
Brisbane's a great city, Raine. It's very friendly, very relaxed, terrific climate as you can see here today, and it's just a great place to live. Yeah, it's a great place to live.
The head of Brisbane Tourism got me started. So where are we standing right now?
Here we're in King George Square, which is virtually in the middle of the city. We've got City Hall over there, which is a very old historic building.
Old buildings. When you're sightseeing, start at the beginning. So I got into the spirit of things and set out to follow Brisbane's heritage trail. No time to linger too long in the past. I had an appointment with Ranger Mel. This is the Boondall Wetlands Reserve, an oasis of mangroves, salt marshes and tidal flats, where you can study some of the other creatures that call Brisbane home. Cycle, walk or paddle your way through a fascinating water world. I just saw a little bird out there. This really is a special place, isn't it?
Oh, Boondall Wetlands, yeah. Some of the birds that you can see through here are some of the little fairy wrens, the red-backed fairy wren, And the bird that I just heard calling before was a kingfisher, a forest kingfisher. So there's lots of really good bird activities, bird watching that you can do here.
So you'd never be disappointed, would you?
Oh no, there's shorebirds, forest birds to see.
So the whole concept of this is quite unique, isn't it? That you can actually get very close to the Australian bushland and not get too dirty.
Not get too dirty, that's right.
On a high note, I headed downtown to the Kangaroo Point Cliffs, an inner city abseiler's dream. Who needs to head for the hills? Head to Moreton Bay instead, where you can explore scores of islands teeming with wildlife. Chances are the closest you'll come to some of the furry locals will be just a short river journey from your hotel. This is my new friend Cashew, who's one of the residents of Lone Pine, the world's oldest and largest koala sanctuary. So how's life here, Cashew? You can feed the animals, but be warned, they're a hungry lot. I let restaurateur Jenny Edwards cook me an enormous T-bone.
When I go out, I probably still tend to have a steak.
I bet she says that to all the diners. Head north or south of Brisbane and you can relax on golden beaches. But I chose a stroll in the park. In 1988, Brisbane hosted the World Expo here on the south bank of the river. It was so popular that a permanent parkland was developed.
Raine, Southbank's an outstanding success. It started off as the Expo site, which was 6 months of party for the people of Brisbane, so they loved the site. When Expo finished, we created this parkland.
And the party is still raging. Besides the beach in the middle of town, Southbank is a day tripper's dream. Restaurants, markets, entertainers, cycleways, rainforest walkways and barbecues galore. It's also the city's cultural haven, home to the museum, performing arts complex and art gallery. Whoa, well I haven't done that for a while. If you're a cycling enthusiast, then Brisbane won't disappoint. The entire city is crisscrossed with bicycle trails. As for that other leisurely pursuit, I'm now off for a game of golf. And I'm going to go and visit the place where Greg Norman got his start. Okay, Megan, let's go. There are around 50 golf courses in the city. I decided to start with one of the oldest, the Royal Queensland Golf Club, which opened in 1921. No, that's not the fairway, that's the runway of the nearby International Airport. The course also has a bird's eye view of the Gateway Bridge, the longest single-span structure in the world. But the real reason I ventured here was to meet Charlie Earp, personal coach to Greg Norman and a man with an eye for a winner.
I don't know whether it's me, because I'm just a hands-on sort of a coach. I keep things very simple and I work a lot on the attitude of people and how they try and teach them how to score. Most of those great players, they have a swing and you don't have to do very much with them.
Don't be too modest, Charlie. The great white shark was junior then senior champion here and the rest is history.